Hi everybody, Miles here, the teaching professional at Southwick Park Golf Club. This week I just wanted to see if I can give you a little bit of help, a little bit of self-help really, and it's help with topping the ball. Topping the ball can be one of the most frustrating things in golf. I mean, it's sometimes better, you've hit a bit of a slice or got one away, at least you've got one away. A top is very fine and very disheartening. So if I can give you just a little bit of help with helping you not to top the ball so frequently, or maybe not top the ball at all. So what we do know about a top is it's a club that's climbing through the ball, and it needs to be a descending blow to hit a good iron shot. So in any type of top, you've caused the club to climb upwards and hit the top at least above the equator of the golf ball. If you get the bottom third, then you've got a chance of getting it away, but to get a really good shot, you need to hit the ground and the ball at the same time and sort of compress the club down and through the shot, and that way it will take off nice and high. Right, so I'm going to give you a few ways that you might be topping the ball and you might then be able to help yourself. So number one, there's a big element of people that lean back, almost like your brain's telling you, I want to help this ball into the sky, and that will not work. So one thing to look for if you're doing that wrong is this right foot being stuck on the ground. So that moment of impact, if this right foot is planted, it'll cause you to tilt back, gain a bit of height with the club, and potentially top the ball, and they look a little bit like this. Okay, so you're back on the back foot, the club's climbed up through the shot. Bad one, right? So the cure for that obviously is transferring weight. So in a good swing and a good backswing, you'll have 60% of your weight on your right side, and that weight needs to start to transition through the shot. So that's going to mean you pushing off this right foot, shifting your hips laterally and getting it moving, and that may help you then compress down on the ball and hit a good shot. Okay, number two. This right arm must extend through the shot. If you came here for a beginner's golf lesson, I'd probably have you in a half swing, hip high, straight left arm, hip high, straight right arm. And in that part of your swing is that part where you're compressing down on the ball and driving the club through it. If this arm starts to break down too quickly, then that will cause you to top the ball. So even with maybe a better swing, if this starts to break down too quickly in your shot, you will top it. Okay, so very cramped, thing to watch out for here. Keep that club away from your shoulder. If you've made a good swing here, then you're probably going to carry on up to this nice high finish position. People who top the ball, even with a good weight shift, are probably broken down quickly. And this bend in your arm will be one of the ways that makes you top the ball. So number three, oh, you lifted your head. People say it all the time. It's not so much lifting your head, it is gaining height. So what you should concentrate on here, even though you do need to look down at the ball, your sternum, you're going to turn around that. This point here needs to be nice and still at that moment of impact. You will just have to concentrate and make sure that you're nice and still at that point there. And then you ball. So the tip really for that is look later. Your instinct is, I want to see where the shot's gone too quickly, and you pop up and have a look at it very fast. Whoosh straight over the top of that ball. I could have easily topped it, but that sternum and your head is going to remain still until now you're going to start to go looking for it. So just wait for you to hit through the shot. Your right shoulder will collect your head, and then you should here. So all good iron shots have a descending blow, and that's the thing you're going to have to practice. I've seen a lot since I've been here of people who have a practice swing which just skirts the very top of the grass. It doesn't even hit anything, it won't work. Put two divots back if you have to, but it has to be a descending blow. And the very best shot, you're going to hit the ball on the turf at the same time and press down out the other side. So there your little mental checklist. This foot has to transition, which weight's now the left side of your body. Your right arm has to straighten, allow your shot, and then finally try and keep your head still at impact. And I think your feedback is these practice swings. So keep having your practice swings. If you're not hitting the ground, have another practice swing. Because if you had 10 practice swings, which just it's not going to work. So keep going. And the final thing is just probably a psychological thing. Your brain might tell you to try and lift the ball, help it into the sky. And that's really the very worst thing you can do. The tip I'm always giving to people is, imagine there's a park bench 6 feet in front of you. You always try and hit the ball underneath it. Even if it's a pitching wedge, then you get some drive out of the shot, but you also show it its natural loft. You can't start to change that by trying to help it into the sky. So that very final part of your swing, imagine that being I've got a 7-iron here. We're going to drive that ball under the bench, and then we're going to hit a nice high shot. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully give you something to work on next week.